Be so kind as to follow me. Oh, Bart, not again.
Bart.
Bart, stop that, now!
Bart, mad. Bart makes Ziggy look joyful.
Beating your head against the wall won't change that.
Bart, her. Bart, less thinky. Bart, less thinky. Bart, sadless.
Where'd you get the troll?
From Zerrikania. Won him. Card game with a camel merchant.
Your jokes are getting better by the minute.
See me smiling? I'm dead serious.
But I bumpy horses. Hot there. Siggy Bart take. Good Siggy.
Don't seem to have trouble communicating with the troll. Why'd you bring me down here?
Take note of that hole. We'll come back to it later. And see that door? Vault behind it, until recently filled with Novigrad crowns and countless other valuables.
But God! Then boom! Chorfun go!
Translating into common, someone fucking made off with nearly 20 tons of my gold, and all the lighter stuff. And you will help me get it back.
Why don't you handle this? Gotta have connections in the underworld. What do you need a witcher for?
The gold wasn't mine alone. See, I run a members-only savings club, a bank for the initiated. For reasons that should be obvious, I prefer it if my temporary liquidity problems remained private. So I need an outsider.
How do you know you can trust me?
I don't. Counting on your survival instinct. Slip up, and I'll kill you. Feed you to Bart.
But sorry. But job that good.
Fine. I'll help you.
You're not exactly bursting with enthusiasm.
Witcher mutations. They strip us of emotion. I'd be jumping for joy otherwise. All right. Ought to look around. But first, some questions.
I'm all ears.
Anyone see what happened?
Other than Bart? No. And the vault's location is known only to the treasure's co-owners. Well, and the thieves.
What about upstairs? Anything unusual happen in the bathhouse the day of the break-in?
No. Happen swears it was calm as ever. The usual customers, no incidents. Bloody bucolic.
How much was it all worth? Got an approximate idea?
Why the fuck do you care? Figuring your finder's fee. Don't get your hopes up.
Know you too well for that. Just prefer to know what I'm looking for.
3 crates of Nilfgaardian florins, a chest of emeralds, rubies and topazes, silver candlesticks and platters. I could go on.
Try to track down the thief yourself?
Of course. Hired this lummox, Fons, thick enough not to ask questions. We knocked back some pops antidote and entered the sewers. Soon after, I returned alone.
What happened?
Lad started belching something horrendous. I mean, burps with so much mass the walls shook. Told him, Fons, stop. You're in the presence of a count. Well, former count, but still. And then he puked up. Up came most of the antidote. Lost his protection. Tried to pull him out. Then I heard a bubbling. Something crawled out of the water. I value the lives of my men, I do. But I value my own even more. Dropped Fons and ran like hell.
Mind describing this something that crawled out of the water?
No. Doesn't mean I can, though. Air in the sewer's thick with spores. Can hardly see a thing down there.
Must have noticed something. Was it...
No! Didn't notice a fucking thing. Didn't do a taxonomic field analysis either. I know it's an inconvenience to you, but I felt I should get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Should look around the sewers. Got any more of that Pop's antidote?
Have a few vials left. Got the formula too. Disgusting swill, to be honest. But it'll save your life. Here.
Thanks.
You've naught to thank me for, literally. You're no good to me if you suffocate. Listen, I'll be upstairs if you need me. Sight of this empty vault's giving me an ulcer. Good luck to you.
Dandelion, what the hell have you gotten yourself into? Hey Bart, got a minute?
Minute. But no minute got. But rocks got. Rocks want?
I mean a minute to talk.
You mean? But nice.
One more time. Can we talk?
Siggy you like. Talk me with.
Anything suspicious happened before the robbery?
Suspicious. But no understand.
Something not normal. Something strange. Maybe you saw, felt, heard something?
Yeah. Yeah. But here. His.
What kind of hissing was it? Like a snake?
No. His other. Not animal all at.
Right. So, like what?
Like. Rock?
A hissing rock. Mm-hmm. The hissing. Where did it come from?
But. His here. In that tree.
What?
Where but turdy dump.
All right. Let's change the subject.
Good. But time got. Chorfun go. But God now nothing.
Why do you like Siggy so much?
Siggy good. Siggy can't take part.
He locked you up, alone, underground. Don't get bored down here? Not much to do.
When but not much do. But think. Lots.
Didn't take you for a thinker.
But thinker no. But troll.
Thanks for your help. So long.
Long. Long. Long.
Pipe's great. Explosion crumpled it like a piece of paper. And there's mortar on the bars. So it was in place at the time of the explosion. Blast tore it from the wall. Edges curled out. Something inside blew it wide open. Wall too. Bathhouse drain pipes seemed to converge here. No traces of magic. This was no spell. It was a bomb. Now why am I not finding pieces of it? Could be the current swept them away. I thought Witcher's potions were vile. Drowners. Of course. The thug Dijkstra hired. Dijkstra didn't mention anyone else. Must be one of Dandelion's crew. Vomit everywhere. Guess he had the antidote too. Couldn't keep it down any more than the other guy. Bottom of a container. Silver cylinder, most likely. Runes etched in the bottom. It's warped, probably by the explosion. Bomb part. Must be. Smells like wyvern oil and caramel. Gold coin. Trail ends here. Dandelion must have loaded the treasure onto a boat. Got a minute?
I do. What do you want?
Done. Examined every nook of the sewers near your vault.
Well, learn anything?
Found a second corpse, one of the thieves. Threw up the antidote just like your man Fonz.
A beautiful death. Anything on the body?
Not much. Empty vial.
Wouldn't have left him behind if he was anybody. Common porter, must be. Knew nothing, means nothing. Dead end. Literally.
Bits of treasure dropped out of the crates. Left a clear trail. You know, like the fairy tale, with the crumbs.
I know the one. Hansel, Gretel, burning witches. Very fitting for Novigrad.
Trail leads to the river where the sewer lets out. Breaks off there. My bet, they loaded the treasure onto a boat.
Yeah. A cart drawn by sewer rats does seem unlikely. And since boats don't leave trails, it amounts to fuck all.
Seems to me a bomb blew the wall open. Look.
Bottom of a silver cylinder, probably. Covered in runes. Interesting. Any idea what it contained?
Recognized some ingredients by their scent. Wyvern oil and sugar.
Sugar? Geralt, I'm in no mood for jests.
Nor am I. Just saying what I found. Bomb contained sugar.
Let's think. Sugar would react violently with sulfuric acid, but not so violently to cause an explosion.
Didn't know you were versed in alchemy.
Dabbled in it a bit while at Oxenford Academy. But this is no time to reminisce. You're to find my treasure, not write my biography. Know anything else about this bomb? Anything at all?
Bomb went off inside a drainage pipe embedded in the vault wall. But the grate at the end of the pipe was in place when the blast happened, meaning...
The bomb must have found its way into the pipe from inside the bathhouse.
Exactly. Might have gone something like this. Perpetrator started emptying one of the pools, then dropped the bomb down the drain.
The bomb flowed down with a runoff, came to rest on the grate, and, to quote Bart, big boom.
Drain pipes are only promising lead. We just need to know which pool it's connected to.
Yes. Hatton keeps a record of guests. Should be able to tell us who used that pool the day of the break-in. You've not done badly.
Feel honored to be acknowledged.
Oh, that famous sarcasm. I missed it.
Really?
About as much as I'd miss a knife in me knickers. All right. You inspect the pools on the right, I'll take the ones on the left. Holler if you find anything.
Nothing here. Something floating on the surface. Oil, looks like. Silver lid. Matches the cylinder bottom I found in the sewer. Dijkstra, come here.
Got something?
Yeah, bomb part.
Happen. Drain pool 4, and bring me the guest book. Chop chop.
By the way, what about Happen? Could have overheard you mention the vault. Has access to the bathhouse whenever he wants.
Happen has numerous flaws. He's pompous, pretentious, can be a real prick sometimes. ironic as that may sound. But his loyalty's beyond question.
How can you be so sure?
Witches know their monsters, spies know their men.
You trusted Philippa Eilhart once too.
True. But I didn't pull Philippa Eilhart out of a Kaviri prison the night before her execution.
Let's see what's on the bottom. Grate's been removed from the drain, meaning they flushed the bomb down here.
Happen. Who used this pool the day of the break-in?
Let me see. Bertold Heinz, town councilman, Josef Schweik, brewer, and Margrave Henkel.
Henkel? That's impossible.
Impossible? Why?
Old cook's been eating dirt since last winter. Couldn't have been here the day of the break-in.
He's dead? I'd not heard.
Not surprising. The Honourable Margrave croaked in a brothel, decked out in leather lingerie, so the family held a hush-hush funeral. But I have my sources.
Yeah, I saw him that fateful day, Mr. Reuven. I'm certain of it.
Did you speak to him? Get a good look at him?
No. He merely passed by on the way in.
So you didn't see Henkel, you saw an impersonator. Think for once. They scooped out your balls, not your brain. And you, Geralt, start looking into this.
Gotta ask me nicely. I'm not one of your delivery boys.
Pardon my tone. I've grown accustomed to ordering folk around and barking as I do it.
Fine. Where should I start?
Henkel's home. Derelict townhouse south of the main square. You might happen on some trace of this scoundrel we're looking for there. Well, off with you!
What a dump. Looks more like a beggar's hovel than a Margrave's townhouse. Dandelion made some interesting friends. A letter. And a bottle. The wine from your birth year. It's absolutely excellent. Startling bouquet. You absolutely must try it. But afterwards, please place the bottle back where you found it. Your birth year. Could be dandelions. Or Ceres. $12:45 to $12:54. Satisfying click. In the next room over, I think. Secret room. Probably where Dandelion and his cohorts planned the heist. Stain. Wyvern oil. Sugar. And lumps of a substance dipped in wyvern oil. Potassium? Looks like they made the bomb here. Instructions on how to build a bomb. Signed by one Kalkstain. Ciri, Menge is following me. He has seized the treasure. He has Dandelion. You must flee. Footsteps. Not good. Dijkstra. And Triss. Didn't expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Hang on. Gotta tell me why you're here first. We agreed. If I learned anything, I'd take it to you.
So we did. But I was concerned about you. Stopped by to see if everything was all right.
Bullshit. You don't trust me.
I trust you as much as you trust me. Not at all. Believe me, it's a healthy relationship.
Gentlemen, really feel privileged to witness your battle of wits. But try to remember, unlike you, I put my life at risk every time I venture out into the streets. Did the same just coming here. So I beg you, can we get to the point?
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
'Cause I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
What I've learned doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yet you agreed to help me.
I am. Doesn't mean I have to confess everything.
I'll let your insolence fly this time, but only because His Honor the Margrave might indeed have something to do with the theft. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately, though to my knowledge he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit. Ask where he's holding my gold for me.
So we do your dirty work while you sit around twiddling your thumbs.
Darling, when I'm able to make use of someone, I always do. It's convenient.
And safe. Come on, admit you're scared of Menge.
Of course I'm scared. Bloody dangerous horse, son. Triss would concur, I think.
Not in those words. But I do agree with the statement overall.
Doubt Menge will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
Information's out of date. We are not.
Yes, I know. You partied a week after the summit of Loch Muin, in the woods near where the Lixella flows into the Pontar. But you know what they say. Old love never dies.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going. Good luck.
Didn't have to disagree so strongly.
Sorry. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Hope not. But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about Ciri, isn't it?
Menge's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's Barracks together.
All right, see you then, and thanks.
Why are you even here?
Same reason anyone comes here. Play a bit, have a good time.
Invite only, mate. Shit's out of luck.
I think you're about to let me in.
By all means, please.
And you, wish me luck.
Luck be with you at the tables.
May I?
Why not?
Hankering to play, but I'm only interested in high stakes.
I don't know yet. Perhaps you have coin, perhaps not. Perhaps you can behave, perhaps you cannot. Stay out of trouble, you'll eventually play for high stakes. For now, plenty of tables for commoners upstairs. Don't lose it all too quickly.
May I join you?
I've never seen you here before.
Is that important?
All who come here do so either by invitation or recommendation. Who recommended this establishment to you?
Men at the door let me in. Not good enough?
All right. Take a seat.
I win.
Don't you think I know that?
Want a rematch?
What with? You've left me high and dry. I'll not bet half a crown more.
Cards being kind today?
Matters little. I don't play plebs.
Actually, I was knighted.
Indeed. Not to pry, good sir, but who bestowed the accolade?
Meve, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, during the Second War. Skirmish broke out on a bridge. Happened to be there with friends. We drove the Nilfgaardians back. Then Queen Meve told me to kneel, recite an oath.
The battle for the bridge. Oh yes, heard of that. Consider my objections withdrawn, sir.
Wanna play?
Naturally. Good luck to you. Congratulations on your victory.
Thanks.
Get in good hands.
Luck of the draw today.
You might make better use of that luck then. We've a room for specially selected upstairs. Really big stakes there.
If that's the case, I accept the invitation.
Come with me. Private room for the chosen few. No one will disturb you here.
Doesn't look too cozy. Not a comfortable place to play cards. Someone less trusting might take it for an interrogation room.
Junior doesn't believe in miracles. This is where cheats learn just how much he dislikes being robbed. Work him over. Once you're done, wrap a nice thick chain around his legs and drop him in the pontar.
Beat you half to death. Hey, can you hear me? You alive?
Don't finish me.
Don't intend to.
Shit, those cocksuckers got me good.
Bones are intact.
Will you free me?
What's your name?
Rico. Rico Meyersdorf.
Why are you here?
What's it look like? Came here to sit and think. God. All right. Clever and tough's not working for me. They took me for one of Bedlam's moles.
Are you?
Well, kinda. Yeah.
So what have you kinda learned?
Horson's working hand in glove with the Redanians. I don't know the details, but he's on their side. And that's all I know.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks. God. I'll lay low until things settle down. Bedlam will learn you helped me. See him. He's sure to reward you.
Wonder if Dijkstra knows Junior's made a deal with the Redanians.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building and it does not look good.
Mean it could use a bit of paint and spackle?
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
Triss, sure you want to do this? Out here, with everyone watching?
This might come as a surprise to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the bedroom. Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Triss, think about it. Really want to walk into the lion's den of your own free will, and in chains?
Yes.
No, can't allow it.
Nice of you to worry, but I've made my decision, and I won't change it.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Manga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the Lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not...
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
True, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though. It's just not the most important thing now.
Wait. I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No. Not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Marigold.
Marigold? Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Marigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat, but the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Marigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menga himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
Yeah. You might know how to handle witches when they're brought to you in chains.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you're crap witch hunters if a witcher's gotta do your hunting for you.
Listen here, mutant. Since we entered this town, we've made ashes of over 100 mages, alchemists, dopplers, and other vermin. So don't you be telling us how to do our jobs, got it?
Actually, think I could tell you a thing or two. It's not just Marigold. I've also tracked down Philippa Eilhart.
I'll get you for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out. Where's Eilhart?
Don't talk to her that way.
Why not? She's a whore, isn't she?
Maybe. But for now, she's my whore, and I say you can't insult her.
Funny you feel that way, but so be it. Now, Philippa, talk.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menga.
Menga don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by. With my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close. Here's where we split up. Go see Menga. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, playing tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or three. That ought to get you singing.
Fine, take her. I'd rather she didn't interrupt my conversation. But hands off, don't touch her.
Why? Feel sorry for the bitch?
No, couldn't give a shit about her. But if I don't get what I want from Menga, I'll want to sell her to someone else. Don't want you damaging the goods.
Keen nose for enterprise. You'd make a great madam. Don't you worry. Menga will give you your coin, and Marigold will get what she deserves.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in.
Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger. This little piggy went to market.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Marigold.
Is that who I hear? Very well. I'll go see her shortly. But first, let us talk. Sit. Sit. Have a drink, Witcher.
Why the drink?
Triss Marigold has been captured. An occasion worthy of a toast, don't you think?
Not in the mood.
You've two choices, Witcher. Drink or die.
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage, year of the massacre of Sintra.
Stop squirming. This little piggy went home.
Kurt, please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional. I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'd be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Still haven't paid me for the witch, yet your hunters are already torturing her.
What of it?
You're damaging goods you haven't paid for yet.
This little piggy had roast beef.
Oh, you bastard! No!
This little piggy had none.
Don't worry, you shan't leave empty-handed. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Yeah, I've plowed Triss. But what does it matter if you're paying gold for her head?
Oh yeah. Nearly forgot the mutations strip witches of feelings.
No! No more!
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went wee. Ow! Bitch bit me! Oh, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal after all. So, you know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want in return?
It's simple. Free dandelion.
A degenerate bard for information about Philippa. Tempting offer, I admit, but I must say no.
You see, I've a magnificent execution plan for Dandelion in Oxenford. A breaking wheel, flaying alive, and so forth. It should work wonders for the mores of the academic youth and townsfolk.
When's this morally instructive spectacle due to take place?
When I issue the order, in person. Dandelion will remain in the dungeons beneath Temple Isle until then. So sorry I cannot be of help. Perhaps we can agree different terms. But first, let's see how Miss Marigold fares. It's grown suspiciously quiet in there. Come.
He say where Dandelion is?
Yes, but... Triss. I should tend to your wounds.
No need. I'm fine. Well, mostly fine. Should heal in time for my wedding.
Sorry. Should have gotten you out sooner.
Don't apologize. I knew what I was signing up for.
How do I say this? That was just a bit premature.
What do you mean?
Menge said Dandelion's locked up on Temple Isle. Dungeon right under the temple. He was planning to execute him in Oxenfurt. Also said they'd only let Dandelion out of his cell once Menge gave the order, in person.
Shit. I'm sorry, Geralt. I should have thought it through, but when I saw him,
After what they subjected you to, no need to explain.
He'd never have agreed to help us. Even if I
know. Let's not dwell on this. We should think about what to do next.
Dandelion's safe, for now. Though out of reach. We don't stand a chance of breaking him out. Temple Isle's impregnable. And Menge's not likely to order his transfer. Or anyone's, for that matter.
Saw Menge burn a sheet of paper right before we came in here.
Could have been something on it that would have helped us. Too late now.
So there's no way you could recover the note?
Sadly, no. I'm a sorceress, not a miracle worker.
Let's search his corpse.
Right. Could find something that'll help us. Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait. Something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault. Here. Give it to Dijkstra, with my regards.
Could you revive him?
Maybe. If I actually practiced black magic. Haven't sunken that low just yet. Nothing but dead ends. We'll need to make do.
Breaking Dandelion out's starting to look like our last option.
Geralt, you know me. I'm all for finding solutions. I don't give up easily. But in this case, there's no hope. Not a shred. No one escapes the dungeons beneath the temple. And no one's ever been broken out.
Anyone actually tried?
They've tried, Geralt. I've tried, to be exact. Shortly before you arrived. It almost cost me my life.
Menge's the only one who could have ordered Dandelion's release.
Yes. Or someone who looks exactly like him.
A Doppler?
Mm-hmm. Your old friend Dudu Biberveld impersonated the halfling merchant. Dandelion claimed he seemed more real than the original. So much so, Vivaldi gave him a loan of several thousand crowns without batting an eye.
Yeah, except Dudu's in hiding right now. Priscilla might know something, though.
Fingers crossed. Listen, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, but not here, not now. Come by when you have a moment. I'd appreciate it. All right, we need to get out of here. This is where we split up. But first, let's burn this shack down.
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam. Thanks for your help, Geralt.
Don't mention it.
That should do it. I'm going. You should too.
Mm-hmm. Not about to use the teleport, though. See you, Triss.
You there! Mr. Reuven wants a word.
Impatient old bastard.
What?
Nothing. Be there soon.
Who do I spy? Why, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Will you stop following me already?
I will, soon as you tell me where my treasure is.
Me and Menge didn't see eye to eye.
How badly?
Badly.
I suppose that explains the smoke. My treasure's not in there, is it? Burning with the witch hunters.
Didn't see it anywhere, and 20 tons of gold is hard to miss.
You mean to say you've come to me empty-handed?
First off, you came to me. Second, I do have something in my hand. The key to a vault, found it on Menge.
A vault that I need to find on my own? You've not made things much easier for me. Give me that.
That's all you're gonna say? No wry remark, no scintillating joke.
You want a knee slapper? Fine, I'll tell you one. Ready? You lied to me.
What?
You knew from the start who robbed me, but you didn't deign to share that information with me.
How'd you find out?
I asked the questions here.
Not true. That was a statement. Come on, Dijkstra. This tough guy act doesn't work on me. We're both adults. Act like one.
Ah, Geralt. I should have you strangled, but I like you, you bastard.
I like you too, you count without a county. Now that we've professed our feelings for each other, how'd you figure it out?
Since from the start you were up to something. You didn't haggle about your pay. And then I heard from my sources that Margrave Henkel and Dandelion had rubbed elbows. Wasn't hard to connect the dots. And now, time to settle things.
That a threat?
Quite the contrary. You helped me, Witcher. So in spite of everything, you've earned your reward.
Don't bother. I know what happened to Dandelion.
Then take my coin. I always pay my debts, even to liars. And a final humble plea. Don't try to fool me again. Ever.
Geralt!
Dandelion. I know where he is.
Where?
Dungeons on Temple Isle.
That's not a nice jest.
No jest, sadly. But don't worry, we'll pull him out. Triss has an idea. All we gotta do is find Dudu.
So you must find Dudu in order to find Dandelion, with the aim of ultimately finding Ciri? Sounds like an awful lot of searching, but I do wish you luck.
Don't have a choice. I gotta meet Horson Jr. He might know something. Tell me, you and Dandelion, how'd you meet?
At a poetry tourney in Ellendale. Naturally, I'd already heard much about Master Dandelion. And it proved true. At first, I thought him a bloated, narcissistic buffoon.
Just at first.
Well, only cows don't change their minds. I changed mine when he came to congratulate me. Never expected he could lose so graciously. Dandelion can be irritating, I shan't deny it. Yet, I also know he can be fair and noble at times. Well, I very much doubt I could bear to have him around were it not so.
A wee minute, Witcher. Now, I'm curious something mighty. How is it you were off the same bloody night Whoreson tried to kill me?
'Twas chance, honest. I was at the brothel. I've witnesses.
I don't doubt you found some witnesses, but I do doubt the bit about chance. Know what? Shite conversation this. So much blethering, we've got nowhere. Lads, you have a chat with him. It's simple. I want to know where Whoreson is.
I've not betrayed you. Not ever. No! No! I know nothing!
Help me find Junior?
I'm about to send my lads around Whoreson's hideouts. Won't say no to a witch's blade. Lead my men, take the water Junior and drag him out of his hidey hole. Win-win situation as I see it.
Whoreson can't die until I've talked to him.
My lads are hot-headed and I like 'em like that. Want to rein them in, do so on your own.
Not interested in your squabbles.
Figure out what you want, come and see me.
Yes? Who are you here for?
Triss.
Told her from the start. No men, no pets. 'Tis a decent house for decent folk.
Don't worry, won't stay long. Feel all right?
So. Why do you ask?
Been wondering. How's your hand? Your fingers?
They'll heal. Listen, it was my idea. I knew exactly what I was getting into. Don't need to worry about me.
When you slit Menga's throat, and then... you were fierce. Never seen that side of you.
What would you have had me do? Conjure up a cloud of butterflies?
Not what I mean, and you know it. I'm a little worried how it might affect you.
Well, yeah. I'd probably relive it in my dreams if I wasn't already having nightmares about mages roasting on pyres.
See, you kept the Rose of Remembrance I gave you in Flotsam.
Seems so long ago. Probably because so much has changed.
So, sentimental value. That why you kept it?
Partly. Though, more as a warning.
Been in Novigrad long?
Long enough to know how not to get caught and survive.
And before you came here, where were you?
Oh, places where I managed to get by without your help too. Which doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you.
What did you want to talk about?
I got a strange message. I don't quite know what to think.
Who was it from?
Ingrid Vegelbud's servant. Apparently, Lady Vegelbud's prepared to donate a tidy sum. She wants to help mages escape from Novigrad.
Guessing this wouldn't be a selfless act of charity.
You guess right. And that's my problem. Vegelbud needs a favor from me. No details in the letter, unfortunately. I'm supposed to meet the servant at the fish market. Says he needs to explain everything face to face, but these days I can't be sure meeting him's a good idea.
What are you afraid of exactly?
That it's a trap. On the one hand, it's an opportunity I can't afford to let slip. We need the coin. On the other...
Nobody expects you to risk your life.
I expect that of myself. The thing is, it used to be easier. When I didn't know what happens when the witch hunters get their hands on you.
You could have escaped at any time.
I know, but I was still terrified. What if they fetter me in real Dimeridian? You won't always be there to help.
I don't think you should contact this man.
I'd like at least to check. My guess is this could be about a mage who needs help.
Seems suspicious. And you just had a close scrape. Sure it's not time to let one go?
And let the hunters grab the mages who remain here? Out of the question. If you don't want to help, tough.
Triss, this is foolish. They catch you and you won't be there to help anyone else. Promise me you won't go alone.
I'd hope to go with you. If you change your mind, come and see me.
I'll think about it.